The Tibetan government in exile has confirmed that it is in back-channel talks with the Chinese government, even though official talks have been stalled since 2010. The history of direct talks between the two sides dates back to 2002, with as many as 9 rounds of talks conducted till 2010. In 2008, the Tibetan side in exile presented its proposals for autonomy, but they were dismissed by the Chinese side. In an exclusive interview with WION, President in exile Penpa Tsering said while His Holiness the Dalai Lama has sought a meaningful autonomy for Tibet within the framework of the Chinese political system, China is spreading disinformation about Tibet's history, and a solution to the future of the Tibetan people is the need of the hour.
When it comes to reports of back-channel talks between the Tibetan authorities and Chinese government, can you give any update on that?
I have always admitted to having back channels. It's important to keep the communications going. But at the same time, if you look at the Chinese leadership's policies and programs inside Tibet, which are all aimed at eradication of its national identity, from language to religion to political space, including protection of Tibet's environment, which is not only important for Tibet but for the whole region and globally. We have to provide some solution through the middle way policy, which is all in essence proposed. Majority of the Tibetans supported, and it's passed by the Tibetan Government in exile. So, following that policy, we are reaching out to governments to counter China's false narrative or disinformation of Tibetan history or His Holiness or the Tibetan people. So these are some of the steps that we are working with the international.
Are you hopeful of these talks with Chinese, outcomes?
Back channels right now, as I was saying, if you look at what Chinese government is doing to Tibet today and the Tibetan people today, you heard about 157 self-determination from 2009 to about 2 years ago. These people have never witnessed independent Tibet. Most of them are young, between the age of 16 and 35, and they've never witnessed the 10 years of Cultural Revolution. But they see only what the Chinese government is doing to Tibet and the Tibetan people today, and they're driven to this desperate act of self-determination. So if you look at these policies and programs, we don't see any we don't have immediate expectations. But our struggle has been going on since we came into exile over the last 65 years, and since 1950 it has already been some 30 years, 34 years. So we have to think about the long term, and it's not just the short term. So we keep engaging with them, but we don't have all expectations of it.
Speaking to journalists, His Holiness the Dalai Lama said while he is Tibetan, his thoughts are Indian, following the Nalanda tradition. In the wake of a revolt in Tibet in 1959, the 14th Dalai Lama had fled to India, from where he has been leading a government in exile from the Dharamshala town in Himachal Pradesh.
So I am follower of Nalanda tradition. So they kept Indian tradition. So I since follow Nalanda tradition. So I also keeping Indian thought.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.